Hello, this is Tom from Game Farmer, and today I'm going to be recapping day 2 of everything that's happened at E3. It was quite a jam-packed day. We had conferences from Xbox, Ubisoft and Sony. It is currently 3:30 in the morning. I've just finished watching the Sony conference and I'm going to record this video straight away, because why do I need sleep? So, first off we're going to start with Xbox. So we've had the announcement we're going to get 2 new consoles, the Xbox One Slim and Project Scorpio. So the Xbox One Slim is going to be a 2 terabyte system with an integrated power supply, and it's going to be 40% smaller than its predecessor, which is pretty cool. It's also going to be coming out in August, and its price range is going to be about $300 in America, which I'd imagine will translate to about £300 here. Obviously with other games it's going to be a bit more expensive, but roughly about £300. And Project Scorpio is going to be a 4K ready console. It's going to be the most powerful console that has ever existed, and that will be coming at some point in 2017. The whole point of that one is that it's going to be VR ready, so it is going to be a really nice looking console. We've also had the announcement that Xbox Ones are going to be getting Cortana, which is going to be really good for the people who don't have Kinects. Yeah, and you'll also be able to play background music while you're playing your games. Another just really nice addition. We also had the announcement that Play Anywhere is going to be coming in, so you will be able to play any game that you have on your Xbox or on any system that you have Windows 10. So it just kind of adds to the portability of being able to play wherever you are. Cool, and then let's move on to the games we had announced. So we had Gears of 4 with some more gameplay for that. The graphics actually look really good on that. And we had the announcement that we're going to be getting a Gears of War 4 Elite controller. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It looks incredible. Nothing like the Xbox 360 controller that you may remember. Moving swiftly on, we had a Killer Instinct announcement. All of the trailers that I have here will all be in the description below, so if you want to check them out, just have a look in there. We also had the announcement that Forza Horizon 3 will be coming out. That's going to be set in Australia, and it's going to have a really big co-op mode in it, which is really cool. We also got to see some Recon gameplay and had an official release date, which is going to be September 10th. So keep yourself peeled for that, because Recon is one that everyone's really been anticipating. We also had the announcement that Final Fantasy, it's not an announcement really, it is just some more gameplay and an amazing trailer, but the enemies for it look huge and they are going to be so fun to fight. We also got to see a little bit more Battlefield 1, but if you want to see any more on Battlefield 1, just go to our video from yesterday that was on day 1. Cool, and then we also had the announcement from Minecraft. So that is now going to be cross-platform between Xbox One, PC, iOS and Android, which is very cool, so you'll be able to pick up your worlds wherever you are. And we also had the announcement that Oculus are going to be supporting Minecraft, so you'll be able to place your blocks while having VR, which I think is going to be such a huge deal for Minecraft. Cool. And then we also have the announcement that Xbox One controllers are going to be fully customizable. There is a graphic that Xbox have released that says that they have 8 million different combinations for controllers. That's a massive improvement on just having the standard black, Lunar Whites, Halo ones. So you'll be able to actually make your own controllers, which just adds to the kind of customizability that you'll have. If you want to get more details on that, go onto the Xbox website, because they have a whole new section that will be dedicated to this. And we've also had loads of new indie games announced. There were way too many for me to put into this video, so I will link all of the trailers in the description below, so just check that out. Cool. We also had a new independent Witcher 3 game, which is going to be a card game set about Gwent. I think that genre is getting a bit saturated now, because we've got Hearthstone, Skylander Battle Cards, not Final Fantasy, Elder Scrolls now releasing one, Witcher's now releasing one, so it's going to be interesting to see what different people's takes on it are. We also had a Tekken 7 trailer, and that will be coming early 2017, and you'll also be able to get the fighter Akuma, who is from Street Fighter, which is quite a cool addition. Dead Rising 4 is also coming, so if you are into zombie games, definitely check out that trailer because it looks amazing. And the one that I've been waiting for is Scalebound, which is like a huge dragon game. Not really much other way to describe it. It's kind of a mix between, so it's not a mix, it looks very much like Monster Hunter is for the 3DS, but it's going to be on the Xbox, and the graphics look insanely good. So definitely check that out. And then probably their biggest announcement was that Halo Wars 2 will be coming in September 2017, and there is an open beta for it right now. So if you want to check it out, go onto the Xbox One store and get it all on there. Right, moving swiftly on. There wasn't a huge amount on the PC gaming show, but I'm going to share one little bit. There was a really exciting moment where they brought out a VR backpack. So essentially, you'll be able to play VR anywhere, and that is in collaboration with AMD and Alienware. So I'd imagine it's going to be extremely expensive to buy, but it looks incredible, and you'll be able to play your games on the go. Now to Ubisoft. So we had a new trailer and gameplay for Ghost Recon Wildlands. So essentially, it's about the Mexican cartel taking over Bolivia and having a cocaine cartel. And this game is going to be all about co-op. So you'll be able to play the storyline on your own, but a massive part of it will be playing with up to 4 friends. So you'll be able to do missions, loads of stuff with your friends. So that'd be really cool. And it's going to be the biggest playable map that Ubisoft have ever tried. And that has a release date of the 7th of March 2017. So if you're interested in that kind of game, definitely go and check it out. Cool. And then, probably the funniest game that has been announced so far is South Park: The Fractured But Whole. You've got Cartman as the raccoon. It's all about superheroes, so you get to pick your own superhero classes, stuff like that, and Cartman gives you a really funny backstory. Yeah, I'd definitely recommend checking that out. The Division is also getting 2 new expansions, so you're getting Underground and Survival. If you want any more info, come in store or check the website because it's all going to be on there. Eagle Flight VR and Star Trek VR were also announced at Ubisoft. It looks incredible. I'm so excited for VR now. There's going to be more on that in a minute because PlayStation's had a huge VR section in it. And we also had For Honor, which is like a massive fighting game. You pick a samurai, soldier, or Viking, and that will be out Valentine's Day 2017. Sorry, I'm going through this quickly just because I don't want to keep you for that long. Cool. Then we had Grow Up Games, which is coming out in August and is the sequel to Grow Home. So if you were interested in that first one, definitely check out the second one because it looks like it's much improved. Watchdogs 2, we also got to see some new gameplay for it, and yeah, gadgets look really nice. The textures for the San Fran area look incredible and so lifelike. And if you're on PS4, good for you. You get everything 30 days earlier than every other console, so that's nice. And Ubisoft's new announcement was a game called Steep, which is like it's really hard to explain. It's like a snow stunt game. If you're into kind of stunt games, it's incredible, but also the graphics were the best of any game that I've seen at E3. So the mountains looked like they could have been a cinematic view. It was incredibly detailed, and that will be coming December 2016. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend checking out the trailer for that because that is the new game for there. I'd also just like to say Ubisoft's event was probably the best of anyone at E3. They were so lively, energetic, and it was just a breath of fresh air compared to everyone else. But yeah, cool. And now on to PlayStation. So we started up with an orchestra, which was a little bit bizarre, but very cool. So whenever someone was coming out, you had the whole orchestra playing, which was amazing. And the first trailer they showed was for God of War, so bringing out a new God of War 4, and they showed gameplay for it, and I will link that in below because it was incredible to see. But yeah, cool. And then we had a new zombie game called Days Gone. Again, check it out below. It looks like a very solid zombie game. Then we had Last Guardian, which I've been waiting for such a long time. That's been in development for over a decade now, and it finally has a release date of October 25th, so make sure you check that out, because it's one of the biggest indie games that has been anticipated for such a long time. I'm just really hoping that they've nailed it on now. Cool. And then we had Zero Horizon Dawn gameplay, again very cool. Detroit Becoming Human, that's about Android, you have to try and save the girl, and there's multiple different like storylines that you can follow. That's quite cool. And then we got onto the PlayStation VR stuff. Now this is what really excites me about the future of gaming. So the first one they showed was Resident Evil 7. That will be able to be played not on VR, but also it has a huge VR storyline as well. So if you're into kind of horror games, that is one of the best ones you can get. So make sure you check that out. Then we had Farpoint, which is like a space adventure. Again, very cool. Star Wars X-Wing experience. It is what it says on the tin. You're in an X-Wing flying around. Then there are two that I really wasn't expecting. Actually, three. This was one of them. We had a Batman Arkham Experience VR, which is, they haven't really showed off much yet, but I'm really excited for. I love the Batman games. It's Batman. What more can I say? Final Fantasy 15 is also going to be getting a VR experience, which is insane. COD Infinite Warfare was shown. Got some really good gameplay for that. Space flights in the spaceships, but then also some hand-to-hand combat, so that's really nice. And then the one that I think every PlayStation fan is going to be so excited for is the Crash Bandicoot 1, 2 and 3 being remastered for PS4, and he was also going to appear in Skyland Imaginators. Now that is huge news, because it finally means that they're listening to the fans, because the fans have been asking for this for such a long time, and we're finally going to get it. So that is... I'm ready for it. Then we just got to see a little bit more of the Lego Forza Awakens stuff. Fairly standard. Then Hideo Kojima, I think his name is, one of the massive PlayStation guys, is bringing out a new game called Death Standing. Looks really interesting. It has Daryl from The Walking Dead as the main character. Yeah, I'd suggest checking it out if you're a big fan of him, and if you're a big fan of horror games in general, because it seemed like a really nice looking game. And kind of one of the last announcements was that a new Spiderman game is coming out. So they didn't really show much off, but they showed a tiny trailer for it, and they've promised more details soon. So that is something that is going to look... It looks like they're looking at the films and they're kind of going off that. So he's going to be a bit of a more nerdy kid, and I'm just really excited for it. So yeah, that's kind of everything that's happened at E3 on day 2. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Yeah, and thank you for watching. Cheers.